The senior is making some real big plays here in run support.
Faimalo getting stopped even well before the line of scrimmage in the backfield. He had no chance. Gets taken down. First contact. Now a 3rd and long for Redlands.
Yeah, Clayton Valley, I understand it's 3rd and 14, but they better be careful, as 1 or 2 missed tackles could be all the difference in giving up a first down that would basically seal your fate.
I mean, you've ridden Anthony Herrera all year long. I think it's time you give him the ball and let him operate in the pocket. Maybe if something gets disrupted, he'll roll out and find his last option for a first down. I got to go with Anthony Herrera and his gunslinging ability right now.
Yeah, wow, Dan, you're calling a pass on 3rd and 14
I
with
really
a lead.
do. I mean, this is the championship game, the last game of the season. It's time for Redlands to step it up right now.
Now, Miles Harrison, you got to be awfully frustrated. You had a 1st and goal at the Redlands 3, and all of a sudden here, this offense is for the Wildcats, 1 first down away from a victory. But they do face a 3rd and 14. Here we go. Redlands East Valley is a mere 14 yards away from a win in the state championship. A 4-wide set. Herrera, will he throw? Harmon is flanked to the right hip of the quarterback. Back to throw. Herrera floats it over the middle. It's caught. Malik Lovett's got a first down to win the state championship. And what a way to do it. Malik Lovett down the sideline is able to pick up an oh-so-critical state championship ceiling. Redlands first down. Move the chains.
And once again, it's Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo of Herrera to Malik. I mean, it's been working all season long, and when it counts most, here we go again.
What a fitting way to win this state championship game. Malik Lovett has been the player of the football game. 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air in just the first half for Malik Lovett, and that'll be his 11th reception tonight. 9th reception tonight, my apologies. He did have a couple of drops and wasn't exactly the most efficient receiver down in the red zone, but when it matters most, in the most fitting fashion in the state championship game, Malik Lovett, the Oregon commit, makes the game-sealing plays to win their first title in Redlands East Valley history. They're 106 away from the win.
Wow, what an incredible ride Redlands have. A turnaround season. Last year having a losing record into this year, coming into this ball game 14-1. And here we are now, the Division II champions, Nick.
How sweet it is. Redlands East Valley just a couple more knees away from a state championship win. Malik Lovett, how fitting, is going to be the man that does all the honorables here. Will take a couple knees to win it. All of a sudden, Redlands East Valley, many people peg this ball club to be huge, monumental underdogs in this game. And all of a sudden, with 3 forced turnovers, that defense wins it for Redlands East Valley. What a way to come out on top. Clayton Valley Charter hasn't lost in nearly 2 years, and Redlands East Valley is the team to knock them off.
Should we consider this an upset? Probably not. I mean, Redlands did come into this game a slight underdog, but for them to come away this victory, I would say in a convincing fashion. Yeah, Clayton Valley missed 2 extra points that would have essentially given them the win. 35-34 would have been the score if they would have converted on both extra points. But it just goes to show sometimes it's the star players that step up, and Malik Lovett, well, he's your MVP tonight for me at least.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. He, 1, made the big first half plays, the touchdowns. He's the highest scoring player for Redlands, but 2, he also makes the oh-so-critical, and really, it was the play of the day on 4th and 10 early on in the fourth quarter. Was able to make that leaping grab over the middle, and how fitting his very next reception over the middle on 3rd and 14 to seal it. If Redlands wasn't able to get that grab to Malik Lovett, they would have had to punt the football. Clayton Valley Charter would have had plenty of time remaining and an opportunity here to take the lead with any sort of points. It's a 1-point win, and really, that was how close it was, Dan.
It really was. I'm glad finally a championship game goes down to the bitter loss for Clayton, but sweet victory for the Eagles.
They're going to celebrate this for the next couple of months, and you got to believe, and what's really unfortunate is that for the entire off season, Miles Harrison is going to have to think in his final game as a member of Clayton Valley Charter. He's going to remember that first and goal fumble with the ball sitting at the Redlands 3 late in the fourth quarter. That was the sealer, as with that fumble, Redlands retained possession and never let it go for the final 4 minutes. They were able to pick up a couple first downs, none critical, none more important, rather than on that 3rd and 14 pass play to Malik Lovett to give themselves a game sealer down here in the StubHub Center. I'm getting word from our very own Chris Sylvester.
No, that's actually a note for the director. But about this game, hey,
okay,
34-33, Redlands, the champions of the Division II CIF.
And there will be a trophy celebration. There have been 4 state championship games here out of the StubHub Center. And, of course, the 5th will be coming up here at 8 o'clock here live at Carson, California, in just a matter of about an hour or two here from Carson. But we'll call it a final here out of the StubHub Center right near Los Angeles, as it was in a back-and-forth seesaw affair for the 4th time in as many games. Redlands East Valley, they had to crawl back from a deficit early on in the first half, and they are victorious in a 34-33 nail-biter here out of the StubHub Center. They earned every point possible, and the Wildcats are your 2014 high school football D2 state champions. Thank you all for joining us on the National Sports Radio station. We will return at around 8 p.m. Pacific for the presentation of the De La Salle Spartans and the Corona Centennial Huskies for the Open Division State Championship. Thank you all for listening. Tune back in about an hour and a half.